things are fine and we sell them at the farmer's market. Things get kinda crazy there, ask for a tale about it. Things break, we won't panic, it's not the end of the dream. We'll just get the hammer out and have a Hulk smash dream. Creative star is on the air. If the phone rings, no one cares. Lily might stop by to see what's up and put her paw prints on a cup. Let's go stoke the fire and glue, get things going on. Turtle, starfish, monks too, and maybe a dragon. We might fire up Medusa or a kill to be named later. As long as things are bone dry, nothing will shatter. Creative star is on the air. If the phone rings, no one cares. Lily might stop by to see what's up and put her paw prints on a cup. Maybe throwing Mr. Squeaker turn round and loud he goes, or else build things by hand and make some turtle toes. We might try and glaze a dumpling, but forget how many coats. Or perhaps something completely different and work on any mode. Creative star is on the air. If the phone rings, no one cares. Lily might stop by to see what's up and put her paw prints on a cup. Once things are fine and we sell them at the farmer's market. Things get kinda crazy there, ask for a tale about it. Things break, we won't panic, it's not the end of the dream. We'll just get the hammer out and have a Hulk smash dream. Creative star is on the air. If the phone rings, no one cares. Lily might stop by to see what's up and put her paw prints on a cup. Let's go stoke the fire and glue, get things going on. Turtle, starfish, monks too, and maybe a dragon. We might fire up Medusa or a kill to be named later. As long as things are bone dry, nothing will shatter. Creative star is on the air. If the phone rings, no one cares. Lily might stop by to see what's up and put her paw prints on a cup. Maybe throwing Mr. Squeaker turn round and loud he goes, or else build things by hand and make some or perhaps something completely different and work on any mode. Creative star is on the air. If the fun
We got the right.
Is this real love?
our events, our community events. That way it's there and the dates are there. Yeah. And those are going to be Saturdays because I think the Saturdays worked better. And they'll probably be at 7:30 again. Because that was pretty good. Because I even taught a big class on that Saturday, and I was still able to make it. And I had time to eat before, so I think it worked. Okay. And I'm excited. Tomorrow Ben and I are going to a cute little restaurant. So I'll definitely try to take a good selfie and show y'all. I'm really excited about the dress. So. Cute. See, turtles don't take long at all. That's why I kind of wanted to start them off first. Get those done. Whoop. So I think what I may do. I don't think he was rated into yet. No. So the one before him, Helena, is on right now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she's got the peeps right now. Okay, good. Cool. So we will probably rate him then. Cool. What is that? Pop in for a second. Can't. Oh no, you're fine. Can't stay. Gotta chat. Bye, King. That's funny. Hi, bye. Have a good day. Okay. I feel like, is that flipper too big? Maybe. It's a little big. I feel like this turtle maybe should go on here. I gotta make it smaller somehow. Okay. Happy whatever you celebrate this week. That's hilarious. Yeah. Personally, right now... I drew that. I drew the top one, like, just too large. I liked the immediate, if someone were to say something bad or nasty, or if it was like, follow bot, you could just take care of it right then and there. And there wasn't a delay. Like the moment you see it, you could click it. And I had pretty good timing with it, and I was like, dang it. Because especially, like, if it's a hate comment, I want to make sure that it's, that the least amount of people could read it as possible. So I don't know. It's weird. I don't get why they removed him. Twitch has turned the setting off and we need to turn those back on. Has Twitch... Oh, I don't know. See, I don't know. Because if it was a setting, it's not mine. It's not my setting to turn off and on. But that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Because that would be underneath, like, Davey or the people that I regularly mod for anyway. Yeah. No, like everything looks the same. Let's see, moderator tools in chat allows your moderators to view chat/ban history. See, that's different though. 'Cause like if someone I do think Twitch want to make it harder for the mods. Yeah, I don't know. What's up? Yeah, we're taking a break from the Dricken. Taking a break, because I need to make these things. Yes, the Dricken is important, and that commission needs to get done. But these guys I need more of these, because, you know, I got a few more stores that need pieces, so there you go. There you go. We still have the Dricken, but I gotta make other stuff kind of quickly. Yeah. These are going into a show starting at the end of February. I'm not doing it late. I don't know what you're talking about. These aren't late. They're actually early. But that's fine. So, I need them by, like, the 28th. Other stuff like what? So, I have, let's see. I'm in Georgia. I have one place. Technically two. We'll get into that. A lot of things have changed in the past. You sound like Brig, to be honest. Brig is my best friend. So, that would make sense. In real life sees. Where was my train of thought? Okay, yeah, so. I'm not doing it late. Yeah, exactly. Where do you think she got it from? Anyway. It was me. So, let's see, we have a spot here called the Art House, the place in which I work and breathe and do stuff. And then I have in Alabama, I'm like zoning off because I'm trying to remember. I have 3 stores. So I have one in Foley, which is where my mom's bringing 20 pieces because she's a loving human being. She's doing that for me. I have one in Gulf Shores, the Gulf Shores Arts Alliance, and then, well, no. There was 3. Oh, and Fish on a Dish. That's down there. So, it's kind of like Alabama, Florida, right there. So those are the 3 stores. So I have a little bit of something in Fish on a Dish, not too much. I have a good amount of bigger things at Gulf Shores, and then the minis, which I'm kind of coining them that. They're like teeny tiny, under $50 sculptures. Mom has took 20. It was supposed to be 21, but one turtle escaped, and I was very frustrated with that turtle. Which it'll just go on my website. It's fine. So that's fine. So that's what we have right now. My chicken grandpa. I have an uncle cousin, but chicken grandpa, sorry. I know, wild. He got us a gig at I don't know. So apparently he's friends with somebody who owns like 17 mellow mushrooms, because he sells them eggs. Again, I don't know. And he brought my mushrooms. He brought 2 to the lady of this mellow mushroom empire, I guess. And he was like, what if you wrote mellow on them? Have I met this lady? No. Do I know where this mellow mushroom is located? Not a clue. So on Friday, he brought them back to me, and he said that she liked them. And I was like, okay, great. And I kid you not, I would love to show you this piece of paper, but it does have her personal information on it. But he gave me this, they didn't have a pen or a paper, and he doesn't understand how to use the internet. So she pulled off this piece of like paper and wrote in magic marker her name and number on like this very triangular piece of paper that's all crumpled. And I just started bursting out laughing when he gave it to me, and I was like, what? So apparently that's something that we do need to do today. I need to make a mushroom that says mellow on it. I don't know either, okay? I don't know. And then I'm supposed to have work in a bakery. And I should probably call her, because that was a few months ago. But again, she was starting up her business, and it was like, when we were talking about it, it was in October, and she's like, we're not going to be up. Sounds like something, yeah, like just in, I don't know, I would say chicken scratch, but is that mean? I don't know. So it's like, what? I don't know. And so when I told my mom about what Chicken Grandpa was doing, she just started laughing as well. It is hilarious. So I get distracted by the cats that roam outside. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I mean, I love it. We have a brand ambassador and everything, apparently. We're moving on up. I don't know. So I'll keep you updated on this mellow mushroom excursion. I don't know. Because I'm also kind of like, am I going to break any rules if I write mellow on a mushroom? Like, will I break, do I have to pay franchise fees? Because I don't want to. I just don't, it's just something I just don't want to do. Anything but that. I don't know. So, I think, he did ask her that. If no one knows, I feel like, though, it's the mushrooms that we usually make, that we've made on stream before, that look a little suggestive until they look like a mushroom. We'll make one on stream, so you'll get it. And she wanted, like, different sizes, which, again, if you know what they look like, it's kind of funny. Sorry, the cats are outside, and they are just running around. So, I don't know. It's really kind of funny. It's kind of like one of those moments like, what is life? I don't know. I just don't. Not sure. I'm excited about it. But it's also like, at first I was kind of like, sure, Chicken Grandpa. Yeah, okay. Like, you can get me this gig with this pretty big franchise that everyone knows, and I really do love them because I like the 70s, like, hippie culture. It makes me very happy. And I also just like Mellow Mushroom. Also, it's just funny. Like, they have, like, some funny things on there, like, for names of foods and their dishes and whatever. So, you know, I really like it. I have, like, some good memories, too, from high school and stuff from them. So, sentimental value. And I was like, sure, Chicken Grandpa, get me in this restaurant. Bet you won't. Apparently, here we are. I gotta call that lady, though, but I kind of wanted to make some today and then call her tomorrow, because I'm going to Davin's and picking up some glazes. So I wanted to get that kind of done before, or, you know, probably should have called her today, but we didn't have time for that, so that's okay. Alright, so now we have teeny tiny. We're making these, though, because these need to go either to the art house or the other 3 stores that I mentioned earlier. We'll see. All of the tangles, I did have to glaze them off stream, and they're gorgeous, and I took photos, so I need to put that in the Discord. So I don't think we're going to make any tangles today. I just want to finish all of these. They're kind of in a U shape. Remember when I started watching New Girl and I made like 10 of these in yeah, that's them. They're just dry now. Yeah, and so they need animals on them. Which I'm kind of glad that these are dry, because the animals don't take that long. The octopi will, but they're going to go on bigger ones anyway. But there you go. Good. See, this is kind of what we're looking for. Now we gotta put the detail on the shell. What's wild is, like, the different color of the clay. Like, it's the same clay body, same bag, just made in different times. So, like, that was made a week ago. This was made right before your very eyes. And just the difference. And that's just all that's changed is the moisture level. And this probably shrunk a little bit. So, you know, we're going to get them placed, get them set, and then I'm going to take them off and set them on the side. Just so, like, you know, the fins and whatever have a place to go. And then I attach them just in the kiln. Because glaze is the best glue. And work smarter, not harder. So there you go. There you go. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited though, because I am trying to figure out April. So April's kind of a big month for us, because that's when I start all the farmers markets and all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do, we're going to stream in April, but it might be just reduced down to once a week. I don't know yet. Yeah, that's where my calendar's at right now. But I finally found the show that we did in September. I'm signing up for that again. So hopefully we get it. We're already confirmed for April 22nd. And then I gotta decide if I want to drive to Chattanooga or not. I don't know. I don't know yet. How lazy do I want to be? Or how stressed out do I want to be, truly? I did it off-center. It's off-center. No. Okay. And I have I think also another reservation of me doing Chattanooga is that all of my shows have been in Georgia. Just because, I don't feel like driving super far, because I'm the first. Usually how Potters go, like, for events and stuff, Usually we're the first ones to show up and we are the last to leave because we are wrapping every single stinking piece that we made. It's got to get wrapped in bubble wrap, carefully packaged, so like any pothole doesn't matter, you know. And I've had pieces like, you know, if you can, I've kind of figured out that if you can hear
Doing crazy dreaming.
I've never met you before. So I don't know what you can actually do. And I hope he comes back, though. Like, I feel like at this point, I'm like, should I have the advanced class? I don't know. I feel like if I have the advanced class, am I going to have that guy every time? I'm not ready. The drawing stages, I'm just not. I don't know. I kind of want to make that idea, though, because it's pretty solid. So we may try to attempt that on Wednesday. Not today. Today, we're taking it easy and making meh. He'd be using all your clays. I know. Like, he would just be... And I'm not skimpy with the clay either with my classes. Like, I've kind of figured out just with my students what they've used. Usually it's like six people, sometimes 7 or 8, to a 25-pound bag of clay. Now, if that were me, wouldn't nearly be enough. But for somebody who's like first starting out and all my newbies and my kids and all that kind of stuff, like they usually make, and I try to get them to be realistic and making like, meh. And that's like 1/4 of a pound of clay, if that. There would still be some left over. Like teeny. And then they're happy with that, because then they also have to glaze whatever it is. So, like, I don't know. I feel like if I did an advanced class, though, I think they would have to purchase their own clay. Either, like, through me or through Davin's. But they would have, if they bought it through Davin's, they would have to tell me what that clay body is. To the T. I want a picture of the box, because I'm not melting anything today. Absolutely not. Which it would be the same price anyway. Actually, mine would be cheaper because we wouldn't have to drive to Atlanta. But I mean, it's up to them. That's probably how I would have to do it. Which, maybe him being in that class maybe gets me to think about that kind of stuff, because I've never had like somebody right off the bat be like, I want to make this death-defying thing. But I love the energy, though. I do. Okay. Luckily, though, I did bring 50. Side hustle selling advanced class. Yeah. Which is kind of what I've been doing a little bit with some of my students. That way, I mean, it's kind of a side hustle, but also they would rather purchase it from me than have to go to Davin's. Because trying to get there, I feel like I'm going to die every time. I'm not going to lie to you. Between, like, I have to get there. I usually leave an hour ahead. But they're doing road work, and they've just made it worse. Like, you don't actually know what exit you're on until it's too late, and you come to a 3-way, and you're like, I gotta go to the 4th. Oh. We have messed up now. So. Like, it's not marked at all right now, and you're like, cool. It's not good. Not good when you're like, oh, over there, how do I get over the hill through the trees? Cool. Let me just... Yeet. If I had a Jeep, maybe. If I had a Jeep, then maybe I'll go off-roading in order to get to Davin's. Might actually be safer I don't know. I don't know. Okay. My beautiful stingray. Which is part of the reason why we have 2,000 pounds of clay in a storage unit right now. Yay. Very good. We still have 2,000 pounds. I haven't really used them. Then they do something next time. It's all different. Yeah, and you're like, I don't know how to get there. Why are you making it harder to get to this business? Gee, Atlanta seems like you got a problem with art or something. It's like, what's the problem here? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They just keep changing the road work, but honestly, it's kind of impressive, you know? If they can change the road work, like, every time we need to go get clay, like, that's a talent. You know? They should. Like, wow. They really got it organized of how to terrorize your citizens. How to make it harder. I don't know. I don't know. Like, wow. If only they could fix the potholes. Has only been to one part of Georgia. Yeah. I don't blame you. As someone who lives here and has been to a lot of good parts of it and also some bad, I don't blame you. I don't. I do love it here, though. Well, I like my city. I like my city, and I miss my college town sometimes. Okay, I do kind of like Georgia. What's up, Jolie? What's up? We're making a stingray. Talking about our love-hate relationship from about Georgia. It's not bad. I think there's a lot of improvements that could be had for obvious reasons, but it's not the worst place to live. It's not the worst, not the best. Maybe my city because I'm biased. Maybe. Because they're improving. That's a deep combo. I have family in. Yeah. Twice when I was. Yeah. Oh, cool. Very cool. Sometimes we get in deep conversations. Sometimes we talk about nonsense. And I think that's the beauty of clay. Just bringing out all of the thoughts that you may have in your brain. You know? Cool. Okay, now he needs a bottom lid. Okay. Cool. And we're good. We made about... How many did we make? We've made 3. This is our 3rd sculpture so far, so we're knocking it out. Which is good, because we really need to. I needed these pieces like yesterday, but that's okay. We're making them now. And you can only do so much. I'm trying to be kinder with myself and not like push myself to doing an enormous amount of product all at one time, because that's how you end up with like a bunch of stuff back here that I'll get to at some point because I don't need it right yet, and then you just kind of forget about them and you're like, well, that would have sold a year ago, but oh well, that's fine. So I'm trying to just not make nearly as much product, but make things that like, one, bring me joy, but actually need, and not, you know, because I used to stay up to like 1 or 2 a.m. like every night doing 25 pounds of clay, and it just gets 2 or 50 pounds depending on what I needed. I'm like, I think that is also how I just completely burn myself out. I think I'm finally kind of getting back out of the burnout, because I'm like, there's no reason. I mean, there is, like, I need to do it, but we're starting earlier, well, kinda, to try to build inventory. We're not doing stupid stuff like that, where it, like, completely F's up your shoulder. Okay. So, like, you know. But I do know, like, these will probably be on the shelves for, like, I have a show that's coming up at the end of February. Probably 2 out of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So probably 2 of these are going to go there, and then the rest is just going to be put on standby for fill-in at the art house, and also at the other shows, at the other stores. Or if they're small enough, like this item I probably could ship. So I'm trying to build up inventory for my website too, because it's a little sad. There's not a whole bunch of pieces on there. And, like, I love them, but I want a little bit more. Okay. All right. There you go. with it because I had it like as a blue that kind of covered all of the texture. So we're going to do bubble glazing probably on this piece itself and then do something else with that. But that is what we have. Number 3. I want it to be right, and my own perfectionism is just getting in the damn way. And you know, it is what it, I want it to look good. I mean, it's not, if it was my own dragon, I wouldn't necessarily care nearly as much about where things are placed and the arms and stuff. Like, I can be kind of indecisive, but like, if I'm over it, I'm like, it's going on. I don't care anymore. Just look good, you know? But like with this one, it's different because I want it to look like the character, you know? You don't want it to be like, it is, but it isn't, you know? You know, you want it, I think we captured the body, but it's like, that took us 2 streams, so we may just have to, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. All artists are. I think it's just like, with this, I'm even more so, because it's not my character. Like, I kind of have to make decisions that make sense for a character that I only have a limited view on in order to make it 3D. Okay. Like with this, like, do I care if it's a little off? No. No, it's my stingray and I do what I want because I'm its artist, and if I want a yellow stingray, then gosh darn it, if I want a yellow stingray with purple polka dots, I'm gonna do what I want. But like, I can't do that with this. It needs to be like, you know, I want to make sure that all the arms and all that kind of stuff are placed as the book foretolds it. So, but we do have his army-warmies somewhere. We did make his arms. So, he's just slightly headless. Not completely headless, just only slightly. Like, this is the start of its head. But it does need wings. Like, that's the only thing I don't think we've made. But, like, we have to carve out the head and all that kind of stuff. And then the drawing time, I'm terrified. I don't want to fire it. Maybe I should have just made this in air-dried clay and call it a day, but oh well. We don't really do that here, so it's not really in our wheelhouse. Because I don't like the way it feels on my hands, so. But we're doing it in ceramics. Because, yes. And I haven't really been tracking my time either with it, which, I don't know. We never really discussed budget on it, though. I don't know. Yeah, it's work you're doing for someone else. Yeah, which is why I want to make time, which is why I want to take time to hone my craft for, yeah, oh, wow, yeah, exactly. And I've done, like, some character work. We've made minions, and we've made the Tootsie Roll guy. We have not fired them yet. They're actually going to get fired today, which is pretty exciting. Like, so I've done, like, character work like that, but I made that because I wanted to, not because, like, and they're dead on. I'm going to show them off. Like, I'm so proud of myself. Oh wait, which one are you? Yeah. Like, you can't tell me this isn't Stuart, unless if his name is something else. You can tell me if his name is something else. But like, this is the minion. Like, you know what I mean? We did it. So like, we've done character design before. And I kind of want to make more of like these kind of hilarious, like, why do you have that? Why don't you not have that kind of stuff? But, will I sell these? No. They are mine forever. I honestly wanted to do Minions because it annoys Galaxy, and that is my goal in life, okay? My goal in life is to annoy Galaxy forever. You know, that's what we're there. That's why I live, you know? So, because he doesn't really like the Minions, and I think that is blasphemous. So, and I made all 3 of them. One of them I'm not as happy with, so you can, I don't know, just chill there for a moment.
Okay, read this. Yeah.
Like I think this one was the first one we did, and this one was the last one. And I think I captured the likeness more in these 2, and that's what we're trying to grasp after. Are there imperfections of these guys? Yeah, but I think it kind of makes it. So, we have to fire these at some point. This week will probably be the week. But I'm also scared too, because I'd be really sad. But they're fully hollow, so. I'm gonna put it back now. Go back over there.
What?
Okay. I may fire the smaller one because I thought about remaking that one anyway. 5 songs a day after school when I was in high school to hone my craft. Oh, now it's gotten harder to do that. So, what you make? That was the best intro. I love that. Yeah, stingrays. Well, we've made turtles. Oh my gosh. We've dropped turtles. Oh no. We dropped the turtle. We're putting him back. So 2 turtles. Turtle soup. Yes. So we have 2 turtles. We have 2 stingrays. Yeah. Hold on. Thank you. I'm trying to keep up with comments. Hold on. I need to wear my glasses. That's the problem. I used to produce 3 to 5 songs a day after school. That's a lot of songs. Yeah, I get it. Like, that's hard. That's really hard. Okay, so now... Alright. I'm trying to make sure that it, like, stays on there nicely. And do I want it to curl up or what? Which I'm not loving how... That's better. I want it to kind of be nicely placed on there. There you go. There you go. So now, we're gonna make another one. The game yesterday was rigged. Did you see the calls? Yeah, what was weird, like, I don't disagree. Okay. I don't disagree with that last holding call, because it was. However, there were several face masks that no one's talking about that they didn't call on both teams. That would have dramatically affected the game. I believe that there was like one on... It was right before I think Eagles got a touchdown. There was a face mask. And then there was one maybe right before that. Yeah. I did like, yeah. They did not want the Eagles to win. Yeah, what was weird is, like, I was surprised that at the end of the game they had that much control over, like, the Chiefs had that much control over the ball. Like, they just weren't going to let them have it back. And, as a coach, I get it. But I do think, like, that was a little weird. Like, they had the ball for about the last 4 minutes, and I feel like... I don't really know what was illegal about it, but something did feel not correct or against the rules. Do I know everything about football? Yes. No, I don't. Not at all. Not at all. So... It felt weird, because I was like, when watching it, I'm like, okay, they'll have to pass it. Guess not. They'll have to punt it, but they didn't. So I don't know. I was kind of hoping it would go into overtime just because more fun. I don't know. I didn't really care who won. I don't really have a one way or the other. I don't really watch a lot of NFL particularly. I'm from the South, so it's all really about college football here. And since I have friends in, like, well, I did have friends in college and playing football, like, that's kind of what mattered more. And then my dad playing football too for college, like, it kind of I won't say the team because they're terrible. But you know, noise.
And my favorite moment is always this.
So I usually watch more of that anyway. Let's see. But I did like Rihanna's halftime show though. Is it the best I've ever seen? No. Lady Gaga will have that forever. And if you say that I'm wrong, she jumped off a building. Okay, anyway. She did the Pledge of a Pledge of Allegiance, and then just said "we" and just jumped, you know. So I don't know. Is that a biased opinion? Kinda. Anyway, maybe, not really. So, but I did like it though. Was it my favorite out of? Wait, did I make a mistake? Did I not put in something that needed to be put in? Okay. That's good. Yeah, we're not doing a dragon today. I wanted a break from a dragon and I wanted to start on, you know, when I did like 10 different sculptures that I started? Well, we're gonna finish those. Because they're dry now. Title, come get your free dragons. Just deem... What? That's not right. Stingrays and baby sculptures is the title, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Well, it should say... Sculpture time. I did misspell and. Did misspell and. There we go. We missed this. Yay. We can spell. We can spell, guys. Not well, but we can. Alright. So. Perfect. Alright, so now I almost made the tail. I really want to make the tail on this thing for some reason, and I just want to forget the eyes. Like, you don't need eyes. You don't need to see. Okay. You went to a party? I went to a party. Well, I went to a bar, and I thought it was going to be a party, but it ended up being a bar. And it was fine. The bar was fine. No one else was wearing a Rihanna shirt like I thought they would. But that's okay. Just me. Just me. I think I'm going to do that every year just to annoy people. I think I'm going to wear the shirt of whoever's singing in the Super Bowl halftime show. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I think that's my plan. Is it ridiculous? Yes. Like, if I get invited to like a party or something like that, I think that's what we're gonna do. Because it's fun. And if it, like, makes somebody mad, even better. Well, I went for the social aspect. Yeah. I watch football, but only in the context of my dad yelling about football. When he's watching college football. I did have a fantasy football thing with Tom, but obviously, Tom was the one that was in charge of all of that. I just kind of liked picking the names, because some of the names...
barstools moan for thee, and every jukebox seems to know the saddest night.
Okay.
Well, someone
Did I make
praises just
Tom a VIP?
for someone
Is there a way to
who come and gone.
check that? Because I feel like I haven't. Because I haven't added VIPs in a while.
Compass road, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay. There we go. Beautiful. So I kind of want stingy right negative. Dang it. Okay, I'll do that.
With some skill,
Dang. I thought I might have, but
I just want my canteen filled.
maybe that's what we'll do later today. So I do have like a raid target in mind. We're not raiding out yet, but
What I do
there's show heart today for the variety raid train. It's a music train is going on, so we're gonna join them after like we're done, kind of when we're done streaming, and then I'll be hanging out with them for a little bit. Variety is organized by Josh Turk. Goodness. Did he change names? No. Tom? No.
when you live in a fantasy.
So I do have, usually like I'll ask 30 minutes or 15 minutes before. He was the Tom Castle. Oh,
And everything you want is
maybe he did.
how
Oh,
would you ever pay?
maybe he did.
Somewhere there's a color that just
You know what? I don't,
it simply came and went.
but not his current name. Weird. Okay.
It's just like
Weird.
some standard code.
Can you add VIPs, Corporal? I don't think you can. If you can, that would be awesome. But if not, I get it, Twitch. Like, I get it.
Nothing to, I suppose.
So we're going to add a mini octopus to this. And I think that's going to be the last one that we'll do too.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh, You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
They need the plays more on Spotify. What I didn't realize is, like, if you get a Nell, they were talking about their next single. I'll show you once I get all of the little tentacles placed. It's looking pretty cute. This may be one of the fastest octopi that we have made. Well, except for the cup ones. The ones that look like little cups. Or they kind of are little cups. But... Cool. And we kind of have the legs placed a little bit. And then once they set up, then they can... Once they set up, I'm going to take them off and just dry separately. But I kind of liked building them this way. I don't know if I would do that for bigger animals necessarily, but I feel like that works. Cool. It almost looks like a sea star too. I can't answer that right now. Okay. So now, and I don't think I'm going to add any texture on this piece, on like the octopus itself. Okay, so now we're kind of putting the brain back here. Okay. And sometimes they have like, they almost have a little webbing in between, so I am going to put that there for support. So now I'm kind of gotta build this one a little bit. What's up, Sarah? How you doing? Hello. How have you been? Thanks for the shout out for Sarah. Absolutely deserves it. Absolutely. If you haven't followed Sarah, why? Why haven't you? I don't understand. They're amazing. They do amazing work. She does love the music. Okay. We're doing good. We are doing good. We are trying to finish up this cute little octopus friend. Almost there. There we go. So there. Cute. Alright, so now we gotta add, like, we're gonna add its face. Should be a squid or eel next. I haven't made a squid or an eel. I should. We're gonna finish this one up and then we're gonna call it a night. And then what we'll do we're gonna finish these first on Wednesday and then we're gonna go back to the drickening. So finishing up these, getting the loose ends. I like the squid or eel. And I haven't done either one. Maybe we'll do an eel because I feel like that would be easier, maybe. I have to look at their bodies and just kind of see, which I know is a weird sentence to say, but I kind of have to look at references. We have made a manatee before, like we've done manatees. These are kind of the big three that I've done. So like octos, turtles, and stingrays that I'm more familiar with, and then we just got into making manatees. And then I feel like I've made other stuff. Like I've made seahorses before. They're a little bit harder. Like they can't just be on something. You kind of have to, because of their shape and they're very vertical, they can't just stand upright. You kind of have to give them more of a base so they're not more of a horizontal creature. Walkies time. Ooh. Yeah, no whales. I have done... I feel like I've made a narwhal before, but I feel like that was a while ago. I feel like I have made a narwhal. I don't know what happened to it though. Sharks? No, I really haven't. I've made alligators before. I've made dolphins before. But I'm surprised I haven't made a whale. We'll get there. We'll get there. I've kind of been making the same animal over and over and over again, to be honest. And I think it's just like I think that's octopi are something that I've kind of known for. Just, I don't know, it's one of those things that I always make. And then turtles kind of came after that, so I've been definitely making octopi the longest, where I don't need a reference really anymore. I kind of know where to put everything.
Stop the clock, it's amazing. You should see the way the light dances off your head. Million colors of hazel, golden and red.
And I think I went from, I don't know why I did stingrays. I think it was more in the eyes, because the eyes are they're very similar yet different.